Module 1, Lesson 5, Data Science Lifecycle. In this lesson, we are going to look basically at the steps that a data scientist will take when working on a data science project. So, in a data science lifecycle, we have 6 steps. The first one is concept study. The second one is data preparation. The third one is model planning. The fourth one is model building. The fifth one is communication. And lastly, the sixth step is operationalize. Let us look in detail each of these steps. We'll start with concept study. In concept study, it usually involves understanding the problem statement through the study of the business model which is required. Here is where the data scientist meets the clients and understands the overall business needs. In summary, concept study usually involves an overall view to understand the business domain at large and the business requirement. It involves meeting the client, checking the data that is readily available, defining end goals, estimating budgets for the process, and defining use cases. Once the business requirements have been understood and the available data has been considered, then we proceed to the next step, which is data preparation. This step is also known as data managing, and it is the most important aspect of data science lifecycle if any valuable insight is to pop up. It usually involves 2 steps, and that is data cleaning and data transformation. Let us start with data cleaning. In data cleaning, here the data scientists usually try to rectify the inconsistencies in data types, misspelled attributes, missing and duplicate values, and ultimately ensuring that the data being used is as consistent as possible and won't cause huge margin errors during model building. In data transformation, it usually involves modifying the clean data based on mapping tools, storage format, and easy to use data types. Here is where now the data scientist takes the clean data and transform it into data types which are easily to store and easy to manipulate. After this, the data scientists proceed to the steps of model planning. In model planning, it involves also 2 steps. The first step is exploratory analysis and training versus test data. Here, it usually involves a proper understanding of the clean data so that you can be able to build a well and an efficient model based on this data. In exploratory analysis, it involves a deeper analysis of the data set to have a better understanding of this data. The goal of exploratory analysis usually is to know the data types and the question associated with data and understand how this data is generally distributed. It involves use of graphs such as histograms, box plot, line plot, bar graphs, etc. And then in training data versus dataset, the data which has now been analyzed is splitted into a training dataset and a testing dataset, so that once a model has been created using the training dataset, the model can be tested using the testing dataset. Now after this, we proceed to the step for model building. And in model building, here various analytical tools and techniques are applied in order to create a model that can be used to predict and even analyze new data. In fact, this is the most interesting and the core process in a data science lifecycle. Again here, well-known machine learning algorithms such as KNN, decision trees, linear regression are applied to come up with the best model for solving the business problem at hand. After that, the next step is the communication step. Here, the data scientist presents his finding to the business clients using figures such as charts, histograms, etc. In summary, this involves meeting the clients and communicating the findings in a simple and effective manner. Tools for data visualization used in this case include Tableau, Power BI, Google Studio, ClickView, and many others. The next step, after communicating these findings to the business client, it is to operationalize the model that has been built. Here, the main key thing involves deploying the model. And basically, the data scientist tests the model in a real production environment before actually deploying this model. He also uses visualization tools to update the clients on the model performance and constantly keep the track of the model, updating its model in order to keep it up to date with the data changes and business requirements.